Hi, it's Daryl. Checking in and talking about the full moon, the last full moon we have of 2020. We've made it through this year so far. Um, so I just want to take a minute and before I get into all of that and just say, I understand how this year has been so challenging for so many and what a growth opportunity it's been. And, I can just, I feel from my friends and from my family and the people that I love, the deep growth that we've had, as individuals and also as community and as a country. And there's still so much more to go. And coming into this full moon in the sidereal zodiac, I teach, follow, and practice the Vedic astrology, which is based on ancient texts in India. It's a very, very old system, 5,000 years old. It's precise. The measurements are different. It follows the sidereal zodiac. And in this case, when the full moon is coming on the 29th, which is, I think, is tomorrow, it will be full in the sign of Gemini. And within each sign and right behind that are smaller star constellations, and those are called the Nakshatras. In Vedic astrology, it gets a little more precise. So the Nakshatra that the full moon will be in is called Ardra. It's also known as the horrible one. You can think of it as a disruptor. It's sometimes seen before a storm or after a storm. So in Gemini, this is really where we have both signs, male and female in Vedic astrology, slightly different than in Western. I think in Western, it's like twins, but in Vedic astrology, it's the masculine and the feminine. And these are equal parts, and they're very intense pieces of the masculine and feminine. And when we have the moon transiting in an area, this is our capacity for feeling. It's where we're being sensitized. It's what we are learning to feel, let go of, what our feelings are to inform us of, right? And, we know feelings are not factual, but they are guides. And they teach us how to approach and let go and relearn and grow. It's all about that, right? And the moon in her full capacity is all about nurturing and giving. It's like the mother to the children. It's not the same Venus-like quality where Venus is about love and compassion in a different way. It's in that relationship kind of way. But the moon is this maternal part of us, or how we experience things. Or when we have a lack of the moon, we feel maybe a little easier to spiral. So this also, it's depending on where your moon is in your chart. But for us, where it's going to be on the 29th is in Gemini. So we may have these disruptions to our belief systems, like the things that we are thinking of, and we might want to know the truth. We may want to keep digging a little more and uncover and discard what's not working anymore. We'd had this big shift last year when we had Rahu and Ketu. Before they did the shift of Rahu was in Gemini. That's when we were letting go of all these old systems and paradigms, right? The sun is directly across from the moon, which is why we have a full moon. And the sun is in Sagittarius, and this is all about our belief systems. So what we really feel, the sun is our consciousness, our self, our confidence, our power. What is it we believe in, right? And direct opposite, can we let go of things that are no longer working for us? And what does that feel like? What is the truth? What is, and when you say your truth, is your truth really the truth? Is it specific? Is it actual? A lot of people will spiritually bypass by saying, oh, my truth is da, da, da. And they are having a hard time identifying with what they align with, right? When we align with the divine, that is the truth. There is nothing bigger than that. When we can let go of ego, when we can let go of pride, when we can let go of trying to control a situation, as opposed to being a worker among workers and showing up and doing what we can for others, for our brothers and sisters on this planet, we have a little less self-absorption and we grow. But there's usually a disruption that happens first, right? We don't grow. So for me, I've always had a big spiritual upset or big falling apart before I have the growth opportunity. That is the growth opportunity. But then I'm willing to change, right? until I've gotten uncomfortable enough, and then I'll make a change. You know, I don't usually sit there and go, oh, this is great. All good. Gonna move forward now and pick up this new skill set. It's after the fact. Anyways, I just wanted to do a quick jump in and say hi and connect with you all. Oh, also wanted to let you know that Mars, I could share with you the screen really quickly. Mars has moved over into Aries, right here. So this is now where Mars is. It had been over here in Pisces for quite some time. So it stepped back into Aries where it rules. And this will mean oftentimes people will be a little more ready and fast to go and get something done. And depending on where your ascendant is, so if you were a Leo, this ascendant would be your 9th house. If you're a Virgo, it would be your 8th house. And that would determine what it rules and which area of your life it rules. It just really depends. So here's our full moon tomorrow, and here's where the sun is. And just be aware that there's, we're primed for speaking swiftly and quickly and maybe wanting to have the last word and, wanting to get all kinds of answers in or be right or get it all done. Just be easy with yourselves. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to learn a little bit more about Vedic astrology. It's fascinating and it's based on science. It's like a real thing. So if you have questions about your chart or you want to know a little bit more, please let me know. I'm more than happy to help. And it's kind of my jam. I love it. And I'd love to dive in with you. So take care and we'll talk soon. Namaste.